Well, I guess when the timer screen runs out, I ought to bring us in here, huh?
You think?
Good God Almighty. Hello, Lloyd.
Yeah. Hey, how you doing, Mel?
Man, I tell you, apparently not as good as I thought.
Well, I
Wow.
know what the problem is.
What's the problem?
It's it's a short between your headsets. There's nothing there. I can
Yeah,
see it from here.
yeah, you can
See?
see you're right. You're absolutely right. You are absolutely right. Okay, let's get caught up here. Hello, Dennis, Love Lady, Cardoso Media, Rodney Bell, Artco, Al Diaz. Hello, Al. Who else we got in here? Did I miss anybody?
Backwoods droner.
Jody from Drone Shots. Matt's in here. Matt
Yes,
made it.
Jody.
Well, looky there. There's Matt.
Uh, Matt's here too,
Oh no, Backwoods Drone.
and
That's my
backwoods
brother. I'm
droner.
sorry.
Yeah, that's your brother. You're thinking of Oklahoma droner. Wrong,
Yeah, wrong droner.
wrong part of the country, Mel. Yeah, yeah.
And there's Juno showing in.
Anyways, yeah. There's Robert. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
So,
hell, the
uh,
gang's all here. Uh,
yeah. Looks like we got a big hello, Cardosa and Jody. I will try not to be disrespectful to you this week.
uh. Oh, go ahead, disrespect him, Lloyd. Everybody expects you to
Yeah,
do it
might as
anyway.
well. Yeah.
There you go, Jody, just for you. Yeah. Anyway, uh,
Well, at least this time it wasn't at a badly timed moment.
right, right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, so I got one of my old sets out of the mothballs there, Lloyd, and set it up.
Yeah, I noticed. Let's see. How do I turn there? There we go. Got to get used to this being on the opposite side of the world here.
Yeah.
Because
Uh,
see, you're over in the left coast, and that's confusing the hell out of me.
yeah. That's why I'm on the left side of the screen.
Exactly.
And no,
Okay.
you don't get to be in the middle. What's Cardoso talking about?
I don't get
Brussels
to be.
sprouts.
I I have no idea. Uh,
And there's Trevor, Manic Magic.
yes. Yeah. Trevor's always enjoy his stuff. He's a fun guy to be on a panel with too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he is. Yeah, a lot of good information. Um,
Yes.
Speaking of information, what have
Yes.
you heard about the new um, hobby drone laws?
The new hobby drone. I haven't. What's going on? Did I miss something? Inform
Yeah,
me. You're the
yeah.
informed
They
one.
FAA came out with some new laws, and they have a greater effect on hobbyists than they do anybody else. Hello, Willie Sawyer. Thank you for coming in. Brussels sprouts can have the same effect as beans.
Yeah, they can. That's. I
Uh,
don't need to eat Brussels sprouts. I got enough problems as it is.
Yeah, my lighting's not right yet either. Watch this. I can make it turn green just by turning my head up
Yeah.
straight.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell's going on.
Well, well, you just got that set up too. So you know how long it took for me to get mine set up and you to
Oh,
get yours
yeah.
set up. So the first at home. So it's always trial and error when you're
Yep, yep.
setting
Especially
up
when you
getting used to new equipment.
go buy a bunch of new stuff and don't even know how to use it yet. But this
I
remote for
wouldn't have
these
say that,
lights, I
but
still
yeah.
couldn't get it working. This remote, I still couldn't make it work. I don't
Really?
know what's going. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. But um, oh
Take it
well, it
back
is what it is.
tomorrow and have them giving you a new one.
I may do
Maybe that's
that.
why it was on sale.
No, it wasn't on sale. I paid full price
It
for it.
wasn't on sale. Yeah, exactly right.
I
Yeah.
wish it was on sale. David May, welcome.
David Ma. Yeah.
Uh, Thanks, guys. Thanks,
We're
Trevor.
going
I
to discuss.
appreciate that. Yeah, we're going to talk about these rules. Um, I'd like to bring them up um, because a lot of people seem to be thinking they want to put videos out about it, but um, everybody seems to be talking about them. But I'm having trouble finding what I'm looking for. Here we go. I think this might be it. But there's a certain list. Uh,
I've been seeing videos pop up, but I haven't been paying that much attention because you know me. I if I want to know what the rules are, I'll go read them. And
yeah.
which I recommend anybody and everybody to do.
Um,
I mean, have they put out some new ones in the last week?
no, it's just the ones that they put out that went into effect on the first of the month. Um, so basically, it's hobbyists can no longer fly in controlled airspace and get permission from the tower to fly there.
Right.
Uh, they're not supposed to contact the tower. A bunch of common sense stuff. Don't fly above 400 feet. Don't fly. You got to be 16 to fly to do anything. So if you're under
Yeah.
16, you're supposed
Well,
to have a um,
and thank
pilot,
you, Chris, for
an
putting that
experienced
up.
pilot with you.
And that should be the case. I mean, with this, all right,
Hello,
maybe not
Sonari.
for a SEMA 5, you know, uh, that doesn't necessarily have to be the case. I think that might be a little, but on the other hand, I know some 16-year-olds, they're allowed to drive cars that shouldn't be, you know.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah,
lot of stuff.
I saw that, and I don't call the airport and ask permission to fly around them anyways, because I don't fly around them.
I was going to say, you don't fly around
That's
them, do you? Um,
exactly, that's the whole point. That's why, and every time they call in to bother the control tower, they were taken away from manned flights. Just so you can get a few extra pictures or something. Yeah, come on, people,
right.
use your brains.
Yep. They're talking that over the next 12 months,
Oh, and you can't get drunk.
there. No, you can't get drunk. I mean, well, you can
There
get drunk.
goes
You
my
just can't
fun.
fly drunk.
Yeah. Well,
I imagine some
okay.
do. Um,
Yeah. Yeah. Here, hold my beer. Watch this.
yeah. But over the next 12 months, the FAA is expecting the number of unmanned drones, unmanned aircraft, being in the air at any one given time from about 1.2 million to 2.4 million. They're expecting it to double. Uh, I don't see that recreationally doubling. I think that's going to start being some of the UPS and the Amazon and all of that kind of
Right.
stuff going
Commercial.
on.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. I got a package coming in tomorrow. I'm hoping Amazon will deliver it to my front porch through all my trees with their fancy new delivery drone. I'm looking
yeah,
forward to seeing that.
yeah, that'd be interesting, wouldn't it? Uh,
I hear
they
it coming. I'm getting out the camera. I want to see this crash.
right. Um,
You've seen my front yard.
yeah, not a lot to it there.
No.
Uh, the the recreational pilots are supposedly prohibited now from flying in any sort of controlled airspace. So all they can fly in now is uncontrolled airspace or at designated flying locations. So there's going to be some things. And here again, how are they going to do the enforcement? You know, uh, I don't see the FAA being able to keep up with enforcement on all this stuff.
No, and what they're going to end up doing is they're going to regulate it to the state and the local police department to take care of it, and relinquish their duties.
Yeah,
So
yeah. And see, here's a confusion, like what Rick Halliburton just typed in the chat. More clarified, no more above 400 feet for hobbyists.
I didn't think they could anyways,
They
or weren't supposed to.
they're not supposed to. The ceiling has always been 400 feet, and there's a lot of people that think they don't have to stay below 400 feet.
Because
That's
they're a
just
hobbyist.
not true.
Yeah. And yeah, that's because you got those guys doing those battery tests, modifying the batteries, and taking them up to 1,000 feet. What are you doing taking a drone up over 1,000 feet, anyways? If you want to see what it looks like that high, get your friggin' airplane license and learn how to fly.
Yeah, exactly.
Or get you an airplane to fly. That's my opinion.
Um,
Sorry, Mel. I've got a really opinionated day today. You can
well,
ask
good.
Art.
Good. I hope so. And Rick,
was
I
on a
don't quite
roll on
understand
his
what you mean
channel.
they can't now. They never could. The ceiling in the United States has always been 400 feet. Period. Um, and I don't understand the confusion on that. It really confuses me that there's confusion on that. You know,
Yeah,
Lloyd,
I think what it was, was I'm not sure if it said what was the old what three. It's 333 now, right? Or it was.
oh, the 336
It used
rules?
to be. Yeah,
Still,
336 rules.
400 feet was the ceiling.
Yeah, as far as I know, it always said that, but I think there's some ambiguous language, which means people who want to, you know, play diddly and squat with the rules, we're trying to get by with it, and if you're right, Rick, FAA cannot enforce all this, and that's the problem.
Yeah,
But
it's going to be
just
left up
like
to the local authorities, and
this,
that could get into a lot of gray area.
yeah, yeah. Chris Hope says, unless you're flying in proximity to a building that's higher than 400 feet.
And that's not the old rule either, Chris. That's still the new rule. That's still the rule. You can go above
Yeah,
400 feet as long as you're within 400 feet of a structure, and then you're allowed to go
structure.
400 feet above the highest point of that structure. Whether it's
Yeah,
a big rock out in the desert that's 1,000 feet tall or a skyscraper. Uh,
yeah. Because it's real simple. An aircraft is not going to be flying less than 400 feet over a rock unless they're on their way to crash.
right.
You know, it's just that simple. Or unless they're landing, and there's just not too many runway. There is one runway that I know of that's on a friggin' rock. And I mean, literally, that's what it is, a giant rock out in the middle of the Middle East desert. And you drop in there's a big rock on one end of it, and then there's a runway, and then it drops off 1,000 foot.
Well,
Know,
there's
they
other
don't land
places
there
like
very
that,
often.
like Catalina Island.
Yeah.
Catalina has an airport. The west end of the
Yes.
runway is literally you fly off the end of the side of the mountain on the island and you're airborne. You're over the water.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Okay, I'm
But
I'm confused here, Rick. What are you talking about? Not if you're a hobbyist. I don't understand. There is no difference when it comes to the ceiling. The ceiling is 400 feet. It always has been. So I don't understand not if you're a hobbyist. Some people think if you're a hobbyist, you can fly higher than 400 feet. And I'm confused about that.
Yeah, I'm just a little confused myself, Rick. So if you could, we'll give you a few moments to clarify in the
Have
chat
a
so
good
that.
night, Sonari.
Oh, good seeing you again, Sonari. You
Well,
take
the
care.
buffering is on your end, brother. It's not on mine.
Yes, but if you're 300 feet above a building, going to be hard not to get a footpath. Okay.
If you're 300 feet above a building, going to be hard not to go a foot past. Well, yeah, Jody, you're allowed 400 feet above the highest point of the structure.
Yeah. Which means if you can go up to 399 above the highest point of that structure.
Right,
I
exactly.
don't know, Dan. I haven't seen him lately. I don't know what's going on with StarCop. Probably need to try and get hold of him.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Aldia said, yeah, if you're at 107, you can be 400 yards from a building and be able to go over 400 feet.
No, you can be 400 feet from the building. You have to be within 400
Yeah,
feet of the structure, not 400 yards.
that's what it said. What did I say?
400
Oh, he said
yards
400 yards. Yeah,
is
yeah.
1,200 feet, and that is incorrect.
Greg.
Somebody block Greg, kick him out, boot him, I don't care. Put him in a timeout.
He's a moderator. You're the only one who can do that.
I know.
Oh, that's sad. Okay, but it's true. I mean, did I say that out loud?
That's funny, though.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Trevor. Yeah, StarCop is having a break from me. Yeah, he's. I know he's been frustrated with a few things going on, so I understand. And
Yeah, we knew what you meant, Al.
yeah. Okay. Uh, well, somebody bring up the. Let me do it. Gee,
What are you going to do?
what is the new rule? Part 333 for the hobbyist?
336.
No, that's the old rules,
It's still under that, I think.
isn't it? Yeah, let's just do it this way. You just keep talking. I'm going to let the fingers do the magic.
So, well, I don't even remember now everything I put in the topic for the. Oh yeah, talk about Vmix and live streaming and stuff like that. Does anybody have any questions about live streaming? Anybody thinking about starting to live stream and maybe want to learn a little bit about Vmix or something? And Rick, where did you get that information? Because the reason I ask is if you're a 107 or a hobbyist, it makes no difference the flight altitude rule. It's the same for both. The only difference between a hobbyist and a 107 pilot is a 107 pilot can charge for his services. Technically, a hobbyist cannot. So you've
Well,
really got me
here
confused
are
on
the
some of the
rules.
things you're saying.
Here are the rules under the
Have you got the
hobbyist.
seven or
Okay.
eight high points on it? Is that what you're
Yeah,
looking
it's
at?
just yeah, it's step 2, review the rules. Fly only for fun or recreation. That's the hobbyist, okay? See, it's important to review the rules on flying you're done prior to your flight. Okay. Follow the safety guidelines as a model aircraft community-based organization. Okay. Fly at or below 400 feet when uncontrolled airspace. Fly within visual line of sight, meaning you, as the drone operator, use your own eyes and needed contacts or glasses without binoculars to ensure you can see your drone at all times. This is on the FAA.
Yes.
Oh my
Yep.
God.
Yep.
Jesus. They have to
Um,
clarify, you know, you take off a piece of paper, you rip it, you fold it nicely, and you reach behind you to wipe your own butt.
yep.
Jesus, come
Yep.
on, people.
That's how they do it.
Never fly near other aircraft. No S. Sherlock. Never fly over groups of people, public events, or stadiums full of people. Duh. Never fly near or over emergency response efforts. If you want to fly in more advanced drone operations, review Part 107. Let's see. Knowing where you can fly. Airspace restrictions. Yeah, it doesn't say anything about buildings one way or the other, but that's just, and this is right directly off
Yeah. So Rick's got me
the
really
FAA
confused
website.
because he's saying as a hobbyist you can't fly 400 feet above a building, but as a 107 you can, and that is not correct. Okay, Rick, well, whoever explained that to you didn't know what they were talking about, and that's just the God's honest truth. The ceiling is 400 feet, period, for all unmanned aircraft pilots. Their flight level can't go above 400 feet. If you are flying around a
Now,
structure, a building, a structure doesn't have to be a building, it can be anything. It can be a tree, it can be a power pole, it can be a rock. It doesn't matter. You're allowed to fly up to 400 feet above the highest point of that said structure, but you must be within 400 feet radius of the structure. And that rule is the same for everyone, hobbyist and commercial pilots alike. The only commercial rules, the only thing that commercial rules change is being able to fly for hire. Whether you're selling your images or get hired as a pilot, you have to be a 107 to do that. Mark, you do not have to have 1,000 subs to live stream. You only have to have 1,000 subs to live stream via YouTube on a mobile device. If you
on a
use your
mobile device.
computer, you can do it like me with my laptop. I don't have 1,000. I can live stream straight to YouTube all I want. I just can't do it from my mobile device. With
Unless
the
you
with
use
when you
a
use the other settings for the streaming from like the DJI Go 4 app, then you can still stream from your mobile device without the 1,000 subs.
providing you set up your RTMP properly, you know,
Yeah, you just have to use
and
the RTMP server.
yeah. Or if you're just wanting to live stream like what we're doing, and you want to do it from a mobile app, say your iPhone or your iPad. God, I hate to say this because is Greg still in here? Please tell me he's
Probably.
gone.
No, he's
Oh
probably still
crap.
listening.
Yeah,
Hello,
well,
Wiedemann.
all right. Greg, I don't want anybody to tell Greg this, but if you use the Wirecast Go app, you can actually stream from any mobile device with less than 1,000 subs. But don't tell Greg I said that because Wirecast sucks.
Wire crash? Yeah. Don't mention that.
Yeah.
Um,
Hey, you know what's funny?
the new rules
Last week when
apply
we were
only to
working on trying.
hobbyists, Rick.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you can use a DU recorder and similar to live stream.
Right. Right. If they will, who asked that? Was it, who asked the question about that? Al?
No, I think
No, it was Mark. It was
Tater.
Mark Rogers. Mark, if you'll go to Oz by Drone, he shows you some ins and outs of how to get around some of this. Oi, yeah, okay, you're there.
Yeah,
Dad, burn it.
bloke.
He's
Anyway,
there.
uh, yeah, you can use the Wirecrash mobile app in your iOS device, and then you can stream live that way. Lloyd does it all the time. Well, not all the time, but he does
I
it.
do.
That's how he does
I
it.
do it on occasion. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
that's how I do it. I use Wirecrash Go. I got to tell you this. We were working when that night that he had all those problems with his that I told you about.
Yeah.
We got to talk. He started calling it Wirecrash.
Greg did?
I guess, yeah. As we
Well,
were
good. He's
talking,
finally
he says, "Yeah, I
catching
got
on.
to, yeah, let me go set up. I got to go set up Wirecrash." I said, "Did you just say Wirecrash?" He says, "Yes." Shut up.
Yeah. What the heck does oi
But
mean? Oi is kind of like it's not
yo,
really.
mama,
Yeah, it's kind of like,
like,
yo, you talking to
hey,
me? But it's oi. Oi,
yeah,
like what the
oi,
hell you say? Yeah,
yeah.
all those kind of things.
It's Aussie.
It's
You know,
yeah,
you
go
need to
figure.
go
Aussie.
watch Crocodile Dundee. You'll learn everything about Australia you ever wanted to know from Crocodile Dundee.
Yep, Mick will teach you everything. Even what
I
a
don't
knife
catch
is.
crap. I don't catch crap over this one.
Yeah, and
Of
his
that
internet
comment.
company is Hellstream. So he's agreeing with you now, Lloyd.
Yeah, Hell,
Wirecrash
Hellstra.
and
Yeah, yeah.
Hellstream. Hellstra. Yeah.
Did you heard that his internet was working better? His live stream last night. Did
Oh,
you see that or hear about it?
I
Yeah,
uh,
very little glitching. It was really spot on. And matter of fact, it started getting better right after I wrote the Prime Minister of Australia.
yeah, it crashed.
Within, yeah, huh? No, it didn't.
Oh,
No, it actually ran good last night. He had a great show.
wow,
Everything
okay.
worked. But I did. I wrote the prime. I think I told you I wrote the Prime Minister of Australia, right?
Yeah,
And
you said
complained.
something about it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, within the next day, they had somebody out there and said that they had been notified that this was expedited by the CEO of Telstra. So, I'm just saying,
Oh, so
you want to get it done.
an American had to write a letter to
Had to write
somebody in
the
Aussie to
Prime
get
Minister
something
of
fixed.
Australia to get exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, that's special. Angela, hey,
Yeah, isn't it?
welcome. Yeah, you finally get to catch a live stream.
Oh, yes. I haven't seen her on for a while.
I think she's been having some internet troubles.
What'd she do? Move to Australia? I'm sorry. Did I say that out loud?
That's funny.
I gotta remember which way to turn my chair here, so I'm looking your direction. So
Oh, did you see what Greg wrote? He says the PM called him and said, "Who the hell is this tosser writing me a letter?"
I gotta tell you one just about as bad. Yesterday, did I tell you this? I don't know if I told you about going over to my son's house.
I'm not
Anyways,
sure.
I mean, okay, yesterday I went over and took a card over to my daughter-in-law and gave her some money for her birthday because it was her birthday. And she's, we were talking and I was talking about some of the pictures. Why did I suddenly go in a
Be,
black background?
just go with the flow, would you?
Oh,
For
all
crying
right,
out
okay.
loud.
warn me, and I can go ahead and fix that problem next time.
No, you
Anyways,
can't, 'cause I got you chroma keyed.
yeah. Well, I can. Yeah. Anyways, so I'm talking to my son, and he said it at work. Of course, he's a chief of police over down at the college that he works at, and or that he works for. And he said a guy called him. One of the guys there at the college called him and says, "Hey, does your dad do a vlog?" And
Oh no.
he goes, "Yeah." He goes, "Did he do something about some flood videos?" And he goes, "Yeah." He says he might have. Why? He goes, "Well, I saw this vlog up there and this video," and he says, he says, "What's his name?" He goes, "It's Lloyd Mendenhall." He says, "Okay." He says, "Well, that makes a little more sense now." I was a little concerned. He says, because there's a picture of your wife standing out there by the flood stuff, and and then this person was dropping names left and right about my son James and
Uh-huh.
his daughter-in-law. He says, "I knew that was your wife." He says, "I was just concerned because they were name dropping." He says, is he the grumpy vlogger?" And my son goes, "Yes." He says, "Oh, that's cool. I just love him." He says, my son, of course, says, "Well, I don't follow him much." He says, "Because if I want to hear any of his crap, I'll just go next door and visit." And it turns out the head of their IT for the college follows me, apparently.
Oh jeez.
But he had never made the connection that the Chief Mendenhall, was my son
Right?
until he saw Kim's picture and then a picture of James in the video that I did where I took all those pictures. Yeah,
Right.
but he was a little concerned at somebody. But yeah, so
Hello,
I am
Roosevelt.
now known down by another person.
Yep. Yep.
And there's Mr. President.
So
But yeah, my son goes, "Yeah, that's my dad, the
hanging
grumpy
his head,
vlogger."
right? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and the guy says, "Oh, good, I like him." He says, "Well, I'm glad you do."
Yeah.
I told you my kids don't watch my crap. Because, like you said, if they want to hear it, they'll just come visit me.
Yeah,
Why they
exactly.
never come by?
Exactly. That could be true too. Yeah.
I know it's true.
Uh, so you want to talk a little bit about what it is that maybe DJI might be coming out with?
Yeah, what is this horse pucky I've been hearing? I'm curious
Horse
because
pucky, he says.
I got to I got to the point where I just don't care what DJI does anymore. My drone works, and that's all I care about.
Yeah.
The rest of it is just people trying to get, you know, I don't know. Tell
And
me,
I
inform me.
I get
Like I
that.
don't want.
Well, okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to look at a picture, and in the picture, this was the leaked image from DJI. Somebody at DJI or somewhere
Right,
leaked this image back before the Mavic 2 series drones were released. Okay?
right, right.
This was all over the internet. Everybody's got a copy of it. Uh, well, they'll get it soon, Angela. It'll come together, I promise you. Hello, Brian, Smoky Mountain Aerial Imaging. So anyway, Lloyd, uh, everything that's in this picture is the new release stuff from DJI. Can you see the picture?
Right. Okay.
There's the Mavic 2,
Yeah, I can.
right? Down in the lower left
Right,
corner, you can see the top of the gimbal and the camera for the Osmo Pocket,
right,
right? In the background, on the top left corner, you see a wheel. You see the back end of something that looks like maybe a vehicle and then another wheel on the other side.
right, right.
I think those are
Is
the
that
three
rover they're
things.
talking about?
Those are the three things that DJI is releasing in a row. The Mavic 2, the Osmo Pocket, and then that vehicle in the back. And I think that
Well,
vehicle's going
don't
to have a
forget they've
camera
already
on the
thrown
front
in
of
the
it.
action.
Yeah. So that's what I think is going to happen. But,
I've been
I
hearing.
could be all
Have
wrong.
they made an announcement that they're? Have they made an announcement that
Yeah.
they're going to have an event
Two
or something that
two
I
days
missed?
from 2 days from now they're having a release.
Well, I'm sorry, dogs. I didn't get my email.
You
I
didn't?
always get an email.
Well, why
Well,
didn't you
I
get
mean, I well maybe because I haven't checked it in about 3 or 4 days. Other than to, yeah, I don't know why. I may
well,
have deleted it. Yeah.
you I guess maybe you might have. I would imagine that's a possibility. But um
I keep telling you, I'm not a drone guy, folks.
but
I've
you
proven
are.
that
You
with my
fly
video.
drones. Who are you trying to kid? You fly drones and you know it. Uh so anyway, this is the video. It's only 22 seconds and this is what DJI put out a few days ago. Um they are teasing everybody, okay? They're teasing everybody with this. Uh, it's pretty easy to see. I'm going to switch over here to it. It might turn dark for a minute. I figure out how to bring all this up and play it and everything. Um, bring that in, and here we go. Okay, so
Ooh,
there's
I know what that is.
what is it?
I already know what it is.
You
It looks
do?
just like that. I think they called it the Tumbler in the Batman series. It looks just like it.
Yeah?
Same wheels and everything.
Yeah, it does kind of look like it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Um,
And yes, you're probably right, Greg. Since I started becoming an internet troublemaker, they start blocking my stuff.
yeah, exactly, right? Um,
Getting an international reputation.
this is kind of
What I'd like
interesting. Yeah,
here in Oklahoma, we don't have much use for that. I just really don't think right now that's appropriate for them to be releasing that. A remote control boat, yeah, we'd appreciate the hell out of that right now. But the truck, there's no place to run it. Unless it's good for mud bogging.
yeah, right.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of that, let me give you just a couple of quick pictures if you don't mind. Uh,
Okay,
the famous batfish. Let's let me start with this one, okay?
okay, let's put you
And
up there.
all right. And remember we discussed the mooring problem,
Right?
okay? And let me make sure I've got the audio. Okay. And it breaking away. Well, there's the reason it was breaking away.
That's not a very big anchor
That's
point.
no. That's
How
all
deep does the
they had
concrete go?
four
A
of
couple
those.
of feet?
A couple of feet. Yeah, you can see it if you look underneath that. Yeah, that's exactly what the problem was. Okay, that was the anchor points, and you know where that's at because that's down. Well, you flew under one of those lines.
Uh-huh, I did.
So, all right. So that's all. Four of those was all that was holding it in place. Then the next one, you've been on that. Okay, and this is where we walked out from the
Uh-huh,
building on.
right.
Okay, now this is where it's at currently. That's the
Wow.
situation as of yesterday. I mean, it's come down a lot, but they're pumping it out as fast as they can, and they've got mud movers out there, and but it's going to have to dry out before they can even get any vehicles in there to start. And actually, if you look
Well, they
right
need to
there on
float the
the,
thing back in place first before they pump it out.
uh, well, the problem is I don't think it'll float much right now because there was some damage and uh, they're needing to repaint the holes and all that stuff. So they're probably going to dry dock it. In other words, raise it up on blocks and stuff. And
Yeah,
but yeah,
so they
that's
need to float it, and then they need to build the supports under it, and then pump the water out just like they do in a dry dock, and let it settle on the supports like they do a big ship in a dry dock.
well. First off, you got to remember these are civilians in Muskogee, Oklahoma. We don't have a lot of well, we have a lot of retired Navy, but not a
You
whole lot of submarine experienced people in Muskogee, Oklahoma.
you gonna try and tell me that none of them guys know how a dry dock works? Come on now.
Oh, I'm sure they do. I'm sure they do. And I'm sure they've got some great plan. But I think at this point they were just trying to get the water away from it to keep it from taking on any more water. And because it had some leaking in it, they were able to block off, get two flood doors shut, or hull doors shut, so that they could keep it from flooding any further. But they still had a lot of flooding, and so it was taking on as much water as anything. So, what I I just don't know what their plans are, and I'm not. I keep doing that the wrong way. I got to learn to do that the right way. There we go. Uh,
You're worrying too
but
much
yeah,
about it.
it's let's see who's been around for a while.
They're talking
Bill's
about
got the
me.
answer for everything. Does yes, he does. When you get as old as him, you know, he's got so much experience in life because he's just such a dusty old fart. You
Well,
know. Whoops, I
there's a
better. I've got him muted. Sorry. What were you saying,
th-
Mel?
there's a rule, Lloyd.
Yeah,
If you can't hit them with details, baffle them with bullshit.
that I do that all the time.
Uh,
Haven't you
w-
noticed?
well, where do you think I learned it?
Exactly. Yeah, well, that's what my daddy used to say all the time about me. Boy, if you can't dazzle them with brilliance, baffle them with bullshit. He says, you
That's
sure are
exact.
baffling a lot.
So, thanks for sharing those images of the batfish. I'm kind of bummed out that it's in such bad shape right now because it was quite the pleasure to
It
go
was.
look
It
at and
was.
walk around aboard ship and all that.
Yeah. And
And I learned, speaking
it's,
of all that, you know what video I'm working on. I went and shot
yeah,
all
yeah, I
that other
do. I
footage
do.
with the camera
Yes.
with a broken lens and didn't know it had a broken lens. I threw that camera away, by the way. It's in the garbage can. Uh,
Oh, did you?
yeah, it's not fixable, so I just threw it away.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Okay.
I didn't know that when you take regular video and combine it in the same clip with 360 video,
Uh-huh.
you can't do that. They don't play well together. Like, take drone footage and then put
Right.
360
Yeah.
video behind it. It don't work. You can't
Uh-huh.
do it.
It don't work.
You got to do all kinds of extra steps to make the um, um, regular video look like stereoscopic video, which is what 360 video is. And so you got to do all this extra work. I've been struggling and struggling and
Okay.
struggling. Couldn't get it to work. Couldn't get it to work. One side works good. The 360 side works good. You put them together, it don't work worth a damn.
Right.
So then I
Right.
started getting educated
Yeah.
on it. So yeah, I got a lot to do.
Well, I was going to say, is it as, surely it wouldn't be as simple as, say, just having like a complete stop then like a in
No,
title,
no,
and then
one,
going into the next.
no, you can't do it that way.
It's not that simple. Okay,
No,
it was a
no.
thought.
Yeah. Well, because I told you the transition that I want to use, right?
Right, right, exactly. Yeah, yeah.
That would be the divider. It don't work. You can't do it that way.
You don't. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Well,
So
it was.
Angela said she did a three
It
mile
was.
hike without the controller. So she took her drone and left her controller in the car charging on a 3 mile hike. So she had to hike 6 miles round trip to go back and get the controller again. And then 3 miles back after she was done
God.
flying, I'm going to guess. So that's like a 12 mile hike that should have been probably a mile and a half to start
Yeah,
with.
6 mile. Yeah, mile and a half. Yeah, yeah.
Poor girl, Angela. That'll teach you to leave your controller in the car.
That's something I might do. But isn't she a lot younger than us, Mel?
She's
You'd think
quite
her
a bit
memory
younger.
would.
Yeah,
That's what I was thinking. Maybe she needs to. Early onset senility. You think?
I don't know. I'm not even going to go there. Tater. Tater made a comment.
I
I'm
just
going to
read
see
what
if
she
I can.
said.
Yeah. I'm going to see if I can add something here really quickly. I don't know if I can find it. I don't know what clip this is, but I had it in here before, so I'm going to try using this one. Um, let's see what
Hello,
this looks
Midwest
like.
drones. While you're looking for that, I'm going to say hi to everybody in the chat that I've missed.
Okay.
Of course, we got Rick Halber, Chris Hope, Mark Rogers, Smoky Mountain, Aerial Imaging, Brian, how you doing? Rodney Bell, Fly Natural, Mr. President, Lost Girl, good to see you. Mark, of course, uh, Bob McCartney, Artco, who else? Trevor, Manic Magic, and Chris. Again, before, so we don't shut off.
Man, I tell you, yeah, exactly.
Yes, I am drinking Mountain Dew. Why is that?
And there's
I
Tim.
just yeah.
There's Tim with Midwest Drones. Good to see you, buddy. Ain't talked to you in a while.
Yes.
Yeah, Lloyd's drinking Mountain Dew and he's sitting in front of his green screen, so everything green will disappear, including his Mountain Dew can.
I forgot. I forgot.
And you know what's weird
But
is probably if your can disappears, I wonder if you'd be able to see the liquid inside of it if it was a different color than green,
I
because
don't
Mountain
know.
Dew's green also.
Like a clear glass. Yeah, I
Yeah,
might have to put that to a test next time.
maybe the Mountain Dew just disappear too. It'd just be clear because it's
Yeah.
green.
Yeah, it looked like a
But
yeah,
if you put something red in
which
it in a
means I could
green
add.
can, the green can would disappear. Would the red still show up?
Well, I don't know. I was thinking about maybe I could add a little bit of Jack Daniels with it, and it looked like I'm just drinking water.
Yeah,
Nobody
you
would
could.
know.
Nobody would ever know. That's
Mountain
right.
Dew and
It'd be
Jack
totally
Daniels.
clear.
Like, oh my God, that's just nasty. Jack Daniels and Mountain Dew. What a good
So,
way to ruin Mountain Dew. I mean,
uh,
Jack Daniels.
yeah. Ruin. Tater said a few minutes ago that I should do some video footage on the Hornet. What do you think about that idea, Lloyd?
Funny that. I think it's a wonderful idea. Why don't you run out and get you some video footage of the Hornet while you're sitting here?
Okay, I'm gonna
Think you
go.
can do that quick?
I'm gonna go. I don't even know how I'm gonna do this. Oh, I know how I can do this. Wait a second. I got to get rid of the chat window first. It's in my way. Okay, let's see. I can go here and do this, and then go from that to this to that, and hit play and say, look at all of this fun stuff going on. And then go back to here again and hit that and say, there we go. I went out and got some footage of the Hornet and came back just like that.
That quick. That's it. All right.
Um,
Oh, look
so,
at there. There you go. There you go.
Chris, yeah, there you go, Tater. There's just some footage of the USS Hornet. 175-foot long or something aircraft carrier. Chris Hope, tell me in chat, do you drink coffee? I'm pretty sure that's a dumb question. What do you think, Lloyd?
Chris Hope? Yeah, probably a dumb question. Yeah.
Oh yeah, just go ahead and rub it in, Tim. Chris, do you drink coffee? I think you do. I think he does. You're right, it is a famous boat, Mark. They picked up several
Dennis
yeah,
Hope Legacy's a Pope Catholic.
they picked up several
I'm kind of questionable about that one
space
sometimes.
capsules out of the ocean with that
Yeah.
ship. Um,
Yeah.
they did some other stuff. Now, Chris Hope, do you know what the Chandler tree is by chance? Lloyd, can you do a Google on the Chandler tree really quick for me, please?
Yeah. I
Uh,
should know this because I think we've had this discussion, but
we did. We did. I showed you
I've
a
slept.
picture of a pickup truck and 6 drones flying in formation in front of it.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yes.
Can you bring
I
up
knew it
a
was.
shot? Can you bring up a shot of an image of the Chandler tree?
Let me see if I can find an image. Yeah. Let me see what we got here. Let me.
Google, what's a Chandler tree?
I, Let me just make sure.
Well, it's chandelier.
Yeah.
Chandalier. Chandelier
Oh, well,
tree. Yeah, it is a big redwood. You're exactly right, Chris.
yes.
It's one you can drive a car through the bottom of it. It's the famous
Are you
tree in
kidding
Northern
me?
California that they've got cut out so you can drive a car through.
Oh, there we go. That's
It's
what I was
inside
looking
of a
for.
park, so it's not like
All
it's
right.
on a major road or anything.
Yeah. All right. Give me 3 seconds here, and I'll have it for
3,
you.
2, 1, go.
Yeah.
Somewhere
Give me
there's a
4
camera over
seconds.
there.
Yeah. What did I do with it?
Lloyd?
No. Yeah. Oh, I know what I'm. Hang on. Hang on. Images. I was doing the wrong
Okay.
thing there.
Are you
All
are
right.
you
All right. Give me 10 more seconds. All right. Where the hell is it?
You know, Lloyd does really well till you put him under pressure and then he falls apart.
Yeah. Let me find out where I put the damn thing. Okay. There it is, right there. Why the hell is it not there now? Videos for show. Let me try one more time. Image. Oh, photos. Duh. It's a photo. Okay. All right, one more time.
So anyway, the Chandler
It's not
tree
there.
is
Yeah.
a very, very large redwood. It's about 30 feet across at the base or more, 40 feet maybe. And they cut a big hole in the middle of it,
Oh,
in the middle of the base
Jesus.
of the tree, and they put a road through the middle of it. And
Like
it's a
that?
drive-through tree. There it is. There's a picture of it. Boy, it only took you a
I
month.
just learned something.
Did you?
Yeah, but I just learned something. Yeah.
What'd you learn?
You just open up the folder where you have it in, you just drag it down in there. You don't have to do this, create
Well,
input crap anymore. You just drag it down there.
yeah, you didn't know
No,
that? Okay, all right,
no, I did not. Somebody didn't teach me that part of it. I bet
okay.
you didn't either.
Well, um,
You didn't either, did you?
yeah, I've done it before.
You couldn't have told me that. Just look at the folder you got, because every time I go to do an input, it was not bringing it up. So,
Oh,
all
well,
right.
you were looking in the wrong folder then if you were doing it that way. But anyway,
No, I was looking in the
so
right folder. Let me get
so
you.
that's the chandelier tree. Chris, are you ready for this? Being that you drink coffee, and thanks, Dennis. Thanks for coming in. Um,
Oh,
I'm
always a
not
pleasure,
sure.
Dennis.
I'm not sure if I'm driving back to Tennessee in a few days or if I'm flying back or what I'm doing, but I'm going to try to drive back because there's some people I want to stop and see. I want to stop and see Angela. I want to stop and see Chris Hope. I want to stop and see Sonari. Uh, I don't know how it's amazing how it's still alive, but it's 200 and some feet tall. I've got video of it. I just haven't put the video out yet, but I flew my drone right straight up to the top of it. But anyway, Chris, in honor of you, in appreciation, I have something for you. On one side is the car coming out, and on the other side is the car going in, and it's the base of the tree with a 56 Chevrolet going through it. Maybe a 55, I don't know, 56, something like that.
Hold it up a
Anyway,
little higher. That's looks like a 55.
yeah, not sure because
Yeah, I
the
think
front
that's a
looks like a
55.
56 though. So, but
Yeah, there's
anyway,
those tail fins though.
could be no. The one that they had two models. The Bel Air had the tail fins. The other one didn't. Or is it the other way around? Yeah, I think the
Bel
Bel Air
Air
had the
had sort
tail.
of tail fins.
I think the Bel Air had tail
Yeah, but in
fins.
'56 they were still rounded. Like they started getting more prominent in '57. I
Yeah.
don't know.
So
There's got to be
anyway,
somebody out
Chris,
there who
it's
knows
got.
something about cars.
And sorry for my green screen lighting problems here. I can't solve that right now. I bought brand new lights and everything, and I'm not used to them yet. So there's what the front looks like when you hold the mug that way. That's the front. And then facing away from you, if you're right-handed, and I'm going to assume you drink it with your right hand, is the front of the car, and then you're looking at the back of the car when you're holding the mug. So anyway, that's for you in appreciation for doing all the stuff you do for Lloyd and I on our channel. So, yeah. Anyway,
He said tail fins. Yeah, and Chris, we do appreciate that. Uh, and just that just goes to show you how much Mel thinks of you, because he told me they had two different ones there, but he decided for you that he would get you that one. The other one had a donkey going through.
that's the one I was going to get for Lloyd, but I couldn't afford both of them.
Yeah, yeah, with the tail on the back. Yeah, the tail on the side you drink from. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. So,
yeah. Don't
I
thank
was,
me, Chris. Just thank Mel, because he's the one that came up with that. So that's a cool thing. And
but it says here, the height is, I can't read it, 315 feet. The diameter is 21 feet, and the maximum age is 2,100 years. I don't know how they know that, but anyway, that's what they say. Who knows? So, yeah, so that's going to be when I can get a good time to ship it, or if I drive back through there, I'll drop it off. What are you looking at, Lloyd? Did you fall asleep? Turn your mic back on, Lloyd.
no, sorry, just got a text from my granddaughter, and it's a picture of my great granddaughter, a video. So
Oh, the new
sorry.
grandbaby.
Yeah, well, no, not the new one. That's that. Well, that's the great. I've got a new. I do have a new grandchild. My
Thank you,
20th.
Rodney.
grandchild.
You got a new grand youngin? Grandbaby?
Yep, number 20. Yep. So they now string out from in their 30s to in their a week old.
Yeah. A week? Is it
I
just a
got one
week or is
son
it
that just
anyway? Yeah, doesn't matter.
it wasn't born until just about, yeah,
A few days
when
ago,
we
right?
thought he was going to be born. He wasn't born, yeah, just a few days ago. Yeah, he's
Oh,
not even a
okay.
week yet. It's just a few days ago. Yeah,
Okay. All right. Well,
yeah. That boy of
anyway,
mine does not know what's causing that problem.
I told you what you need to tell him, but uh
Yeah, I know. Thank
anyway,
you, Rodney. Yeah, I was. Yeah, 20 grandkids. I got one son that's got 10. I mean, God Almighty, it's just like, really? He's got his oldest is 24, and the
and how
youngest
many
is,
great grandkids?
you know,
Or this is
11,
great
I
grandkids you're
think.
talking
Great
about,
grand.
right? 20?
No, no, this is just a grandchild. I got I
Okay.
got two grandchildren that are younger than half of my great grandchildren. Great grandchildren. Yeah. No, I've got grandchildren ranging from 32 or 33 all the way
Yeah.
down to 4 days.
Right, right. Wow.
And I've got, yeah, I'm thinking of starting a GoFundMe account just for Christmas
No, send
because
them
we've got
each a
20 grandkids.
yeah, you just send them each a Christmas card.
Actually, what I do is if they don't show up, they don't get squat. And I mean, the ones that live away, okay, that's a different story. But the ones that live here in the area, actually, part of those I don't want to show up either. So, uh,
Yeah.
but
Now be
and
careful,
some of them can't because
this
they,
is going to be
yeah.
recorded live.
Oh, that's all right. They know.
Okay.
The ones the one the know the ones that know they're in my good graces. They're the ones that live way out of state. They that's not
The ones that
their
know.
fault. But
Yeah.
yeah, the ones that know exactly. Yeah.
Right.
Well, there's a few of them that are guests of the state and they just can't come here for Christmas.
Oh,
And
okay.
I personally don't want them here for Christmas.
Gotcha. Gotcha. All right. Well, on that note, I'll tell you what we're going to do. I'm going to show off
What are we
Chris's
gonna do?
coffee mug one more time. And
Okay.
we're going to say goodnight, Lloyd.
Good night, Lloyd. Oh, good night, Mel.
Good night, Lloyd. Hey, everybody in the chat. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for being part of the stream tonight. I appreciate all the input and the debate and the chatter about some of the new rules and the flight ceiling for drones and the difference between a hobbyist and a 107 pilot. There is none unless you're flying for hire. That's the only difference.
Yeah,
Um, a
yeah,
107 pilot does have a few perks, like I can fly in controlled airspace. I don't have to worry about, I can get Lance approval and I don't have to worry about contacting the tower. I can just get approved and I can fly there legally. And
yeah,
the 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 flight programs show me what altitude I can fly at the closer I get to the airport. So that's one of the probably about the only perk I get is being able to fly in actual controlled airspace, traffic control areas and things like that. So anyway, and I get to get paid for it too.
yeah, and that's it. And I'm really getting to the point. I think I'm probably going to have to get my 107 before my memory goes, and I won't be able to pass the test.
Yep. And that's
So,
really what
you know,
they'd like to just have everybody get licensed, you know.
and yeah, it's. I think the cost is a little ridiculous, but on the other hand, it's ridiculous for a pilot's license, and these things can be just as dangerous as an airplane. Well, not
Yeah.
that dangerous, but
No, but they can.
they're not. They
Uh,
they hey, you
they can
can
be dangerous. We'll just
you
leave
can
it at
throw a
that.
pop can at somebody and kill somebody if you do it right. So
That's
it's just
exactly
there's
right.
danger in anything. So
That's exactly
it's
right.
using your sense. But
Tim, good
anyways,
to
thanks
see
for
you.
having
Thanks
me,
so much
Mel.
for coming in. Huh?
I said thanks for having me on tonight, Mel.
Are you talking, Lloyd? Hello?
Yes, I'm talking.
Okay, just checking.
I looked. My mic is on.
I had you checking though. I had you
I'm
looking.
yeah. I looked.
Yep. All right,
It's got a
guys.
big red light down here so I can see.
Yeah. Mine
I
don't
just
have
don't
that.
see when it's on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Always fun, Mel. Always fun.
we ran
So,
720
hey,
tonight. No, I don't remember if we ran if I ran it at 720 or 1080, but I know it's nice and clear. So I know the
it
stream did
is. It
well.
is.
Uh,
Question, what are you doing? Are you going to be working tomorrow or are you off
oh, you want
tomorrow?
to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, as
We
a matter
ran
of
out of
fact,
work.
let's
The
discuss
job is
that.
over. It's done. We finished it up on Thursday. So I had Thursday off and I had Friday off to get paid for it. I had Saturday off with no pay. Tomorrow I got to drive out to Folsom, where the main office is here, the West Coast office for Precision Hawk,
Right?
and turn
Yeah.
in my gear. And
Okay.
I got to figure out something to do for a living now because this job's over.
Yeah, call me. Have you made a decision on which one of those things you're going to go
Yeah,
yet?
I
Or are you
think I
still,
have. I think I have.
you going to go with
Uh,
the local one
nope,
for you?
nope, no. I'm gonna stay out here and
No?
do
You're
this
going
one.
Okay, yeah.
So
That's kind of what I
this
thought. So,
this
Judy says
emergency
that's what you
job we
should
were
do.
on, this emergency job that we were on, we finished it up, and in 2 or 3 weeks they're gonna start the next phase. And instead of 70 crews, they're gonna have 20, and that means 40 people, 20 pilots and 20 sensor operators, and then there'll be another 10 people
Right?
probably
Right?
for data collection and things like that. Uh, so of
Mm-hmm.
those 40, I was one that got offered a pilot's position. So
Awesome. Good, good, good.
I was offered that,
A
and I was
pilot, not a
offered,
Senso operator.
right, uh, I was offered that, and I was offered another pilot position to do cell tower inspections all around the country. So I think I'm going to stay doing this for a while. And the good thing is I can still move laterally within the company and go do something else if I don't want to do this anymore. So
Excellent,
that's
excellent,
that's what I
excellent.
got
So
going on.
that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Well, that's why you went there in the first place, to get your foot in the door and get yourself established and
Yep.
get on. Now you get that experience as a pilot, not just a Senso operator.
Well, it's
And,
still the same though. I
you're
mean the only difference is I have to do a proficiency exam with
right, right,
the contract company that we're working for to show them that I
right.
can fly a drone. So yeah.
Okay. So do you have to go through the training and anything like you did
No,
to begin with? Or is
no,
that, you just got to do
no.
that one day like you had to do on the,
Yeah, it'd
you
probably
just
be
got
a
to show
1 day
them?
thing. Yeah, I
Okay.
imagine.
All
I
right.
don't know what it
All right.
entails yet. Um,
All right. Okay. Well, good
but
on that. So,
yeah,
so
so
that
Angela, if
means
you want to
hopefully
come out
you'll
here and be
be
my Senso
available.
operator, I'll get you a job.
There you go. Uh, so will you be available to be my co-host, or do I need to start,
This coming
you
Monday,
know,
yes, I will be. Yeah,
tomorrow? Yeah,
yeah, yep.
tomorrow. Okay.
Yeah, because all I'm
All
doing
right.
is I'm going from one hotel to another tomorrow. That's all I'm doing.
That works for me.
Yeah,
All
and I'm
right.
going to
So,
organize up some stuff this evening because now I got extra stuff to pack in the truck and
right, right. So,
get all loaded up.
all
And
right. Well, I'll see you.
it's
See you.
only I don't know how far it is from Berkeley to Folsom, but I'm going to Auburn, which is between here and Folsom, so it's the other side of Sacramento. So I don't have far to go. 60, maybe
Okay.
70
Okay.
miles, 80 miles at the most. So,
All right. Okay.
yeah.
So,
Yeah,
all
so
right, my friend.
Angela,
Well,
you want to come to California and be a professional commercial pilot? Let me know. I'll get you a job out here maybe. Okay, Lloyd.
there you go.
Okay, Mel.
Yes. See you tomorrow. Say goodnight, Mel.
I'll be there. Oh, my that messed my camera up. Good night, everybody. Thanks
Yeah,
so much for coming in and being part of the show. I appreciate you. I really do. Lloyd, we'll see you.
we'll see you later, my friends.